Hello, this is Overlord Nigel. Now, today's quick review is on Peter's Black and Blue, or Pokemon Black and Blue. Now, this has caused a bit of an outrage within the Pokemon community, as I'm sure a lot of you have heard about, because it is atrocious. It has no idea what it's talking about, and Peter suck. It's generally the thing. Now, I don't know Peter, I don't have any association with them, nor have I ever really seen much of their work. All I've really done is heard about Peter, and sadly, what I hear about Peter is never good. Obviously, they don't like Pokemon. They're infamous for killing animals more than saving them, and they're, to my knowledge, the only animal protection people to have their own porn website, which kind of says a lot about the people that we're dealing with here. You know, I've worked in animal helping, RSPCA, stuff like that, and at no point has the idea of using a porn site ever crossed anyone's mind. Uh, so I'm going to try and do this as clear and objectively as possible because obviously I'm rather annoyed, which you'll probably hear later on. But let's start with the one thing I can find good about this piece of rubbish. The sprites are nice. What on the sprites is awful. But it's very clear colours, good edging. For a Flash game, it is pretty good. Unfortunately, the artist, whoever he is, was kind of wasting his time with this because what he was drawing was atrocious. The basic background, the trees have all got blood on them. There's bear traps. The people don't look like how they are. Cherim, whatever is how you pronounce his name. It's a drunk. The Professor Juniper is a raving psychopath. Gexus has got clothes made out of Pokemon skins, and Ash looks like a circus ringleader, not Ash Ketchum at all. Now, game mechanic wise, very similar to Pokemon-ish. The battle system's the same. You can pick an attack, or you can pick change Pokemon. You don't have items, which does lead to another moan on this one. You can't heal. This is from a gaming standpoint, not a Peter Us shit standpoint. You can't heal, which means if you take damage, and apart from Snivy, who's got the Giga Drain, Mega Drain, whatever it was, you can't heal. That's it. You get hurt, that's it. You've had it. But yeah. Now, some of the attacks are proper attacks. Takedown, Ember, stuff like that. But they've also put a few of their own attacks in, like Group Hug, Petition, stuff like that. Except as someone I did talk to about it did say, they are a bit off because Petition does damage. Everyone knows, coming from someone who's actually worked with politics for a short time, petitions don't do shit. The politicians go, lots of stuff, and ignore it. Also, they're kind of counterproductive on their own message with regards to the battle system because things like petitions, group hugs, and all that don't actually do any damage, or very little damage. And the only way to defeat the people is to use the moves like Ember, Volt Tackle, all that lot, which are the Pokemon's moves, which then kind of defy the point which proves the point that their methods work better, or our methods were better than theirs. Now, the basic story is you're going through a set path. It's just a straight road, and you randomly come across the people. As I said, it's Cyan, then Juniper, then it's Gexus, and then it's Ash, or Ringleader Ash. That's pretty much the story. You go through. They say some completely uncharacteristic things about how Pokemon are tools to be used, how they hate Pokemon. and all that lot. And then at the end, by being beaten up by a Pokemon, they suddenly realise the errors of their ways, which is basically Peter's, in my opinion anyway, Peter's way of saying if you can't talk people around, beat them up, and suddenly they'll listen to you. Very bully boy tactics, if you ask me. And if you're watching this video, I presume you are asking me. But yeah, now, another thing that did get my back up royally, as I said before, is so uncharacteristic, and some of the things they were getting the characters to say were stupid. I mean, this is mostly geared at Ash. Now, obviously, they've never watched the anime, which is what their Ash is based on. Because he goes on about how he never cared about Pikachu, he never loved Pikachu. It's not like he hated him, but he just didn't care. Except that in the anime, every episode is about how much Ash cares about his Pokemon, and how people care about Pokemon. And I don't know if you guys can remember, but I definitely remember as a child being in tears in the episode where Ash tries to let Pikachu go because he thinks he'll be better off, and Pikachu says, "No, I'm sticking with you, buddy." Obviously, Peter didn't watch these episodes. They really only seem to be thought on the fact that Pokemon look like animals, we could use this thing. And to be honest, Peter should spend a bit more time focusing on looking after animals, in my opinion, instead of pissing off people on the internet, because it's all they've done. They've just made themselves hated. Again, I do presume this is probably their attempt at getting at people who don't play Pokemon, because sadly there are a lot of people that don't play Pokemon, don't know what Pokemon are, who just basically hear, "Oh well, Peter has said this." Well, yeah, Peter can say what they like, to be honest, doesn't mean it's true. Last time I heard Peter thinking that porn and animal cruelty were a good idea. Again, I don't even want to go there. But also, as you go through the game, I should have mentioned this a bit earlier, what they do is they give you chests. Now, obviously, from a gamer aspect, you think chests equals potions, etc. It's a good idea. But what they actually contain are videos of animal cruelty. Now, obviously, I can understand they're trying to promote their cause, that animal cruelty is bad, and I'm with that. Animal cruelty is bad. It's not nice, it's not good for the world, and I don't agree with it. And, I personally think that anyone convicted of animal cruelty should be beaten with a stick. I own 2 cats and a dog, I'm very protective of them. I also own a son, which is just like having an animal, I sometimes feel. But yeah, jokes aside. But, these videos are quite graphic, quite horrific. I mean, though, I actually did feel quite sick during seeing one of them. Now, imagine that a child has got their hands on this Flash game because they've typed in Pokemon. Kids get on the internet. I've got friends whose 5-year-olds sit there and go on YouTube. Now, imagine if a small child saw that. I'm sorry. If you're an adult and you're there looking at this information, fine. But don't aim at children, because it's not fair, because all you do is traumatise them. Which I think is their plan, because, if you psychologically damage a child into thinking that animals are all cruel and that Peter is the only way forward, they're going to grow up believing it. And I hope there's a lot of good parents out there that teach these kids the truth, and that actually there are... I mean, obviously Peter's an American company, I'm British, so I can't say exactly who over there does what. But I mean, for us, there are the RSPCA, BTCV, Norfolk Wildlife Trust. Yeah, I'm from Norfolk, I'm going to promote our guys. That do a good job. And they're the ones you should be helping, not people like Peter, who are not far off terrorists in my eyes. Except they don't blow stuff up. Well, actually, there's rumours that they do blow stuff up, but again, I don't know. I've no association with them, so I can't be certain. Yeah. Anyway, that's all there is really to say about Pokemon Black and Blue. It's rubbish, really. I would suggest you don't ever play it, don't ever watch it. And if you must see what it's about, I suggest you go onto YouTube, look up Brain Scratch, and watch their playthrough. Because not only is it quite from a graphic design point of view, information, clever talking, but they kind of get to the point that Peter really don't know what they're talking about, and that, to be honest, you're better off talking to people that do. Anyway, that was another quick review. If you enjoy, please like, and if there's anything you want me to review, please leave a comment at the bottom, and I'll see what I can do. Well, goodbye, and see you later.